this.
Yeah, I don't have an actual mic. I have to use my cell phone.
Let's go.
That's what's up. That's amazing.
Hardcore.
That is
Hell yeah.
beautifully stuffed.
Dude doesn't have a mic. Dude wasn't in the Discord for like over 2 years. Like, just the mystery that is Trop. I love it.
Shit. Let me double check.
Okay, so we're gonna just do some things to discuss. I mean, obviously, whoever like the winner is based on who gets the longest distance, right? So there's a chance, just especially because because Sean and Johnny are like top 2 in the leaderboard. There's a chance that like nobody actually beats their PBs. So make sure you're recording the whole thing, obviously. But if something happened, just like make sure you get that final number, because you might not get it up on the. Well, I guess if you haven't run this, it'll show you your time, even if it's not top 6. So you can always do that. But I guess mainly just for Sean and Johnny, there's a chance you guys won't beat your PBs. So just make sure, because won't just be able to look at the leaderboard.
If you say so, I'm in the cheater car.
No, you know you're gonna beat it. Yeah.
What's the cheater car?
You know he's gonna beat it.
If I don't beat it,
No,
then
you're in the
it's
same
like
cheater
most
car.
broken event.
Oh shit, dude!
be a
I'm
good
not gonna
test.
lie. I did some random ass practice today. I did some like test drives, then I went on the Hyperion, and then I went, well, there it is.
I actually, because again, I don't think I would win in the Ventus anyways. I actually thought about switching to the RAI because it is so much more consistent, except the first corner is like one of the few corners that the RAI has to do this one particular kind of drift, and it's so inconsistent. It doesn't do it on many other turns
I'm
because
probably
you can
not
honk.
doing world record routes for the first corner because that in Hyperia is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I can see
If you get
that.
like the actual like perfect brake timing, you can avoid touching either wall, and it's ridiculously hard. And if you fail, you just slide into the far wall and lose a ton of speed.
Yeah, I thought about choosing the Hyperia, but I don't know. I just felt more consistent with the Ventus because I know like I'm not trying to drive like world record lines, so I was like for that I think Ventus is a little easier for me.
Name of the game is consistency, really.
Yeah.
Unless you're B-Rye, he literally didn't even want to do this. He's like, he's talking about, well, anyone that doesn't pick the like you guys. He's like, I'm not gonna do this, but you should all pick the Gecko because it's the fastest. And it's so many times we're like, it's not about just optimal. It's
What's comfortable, what works.
Yeah, exactly.
Within a specific range of time.
It's like is the cars. Is the car's driving style?
Highway hypnosis. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start playing like ASMR videos over mic to try and trip you up.
I am not trying to. I do not need anybody soundboarding.
Dude, I think the other thing people are underestimating is I bet when most people practice this, they had like a ghost in front of them. You're not gonna have a ghost, so like it's gonna be you're gonna require so much more focus on like turn-in points and stuff.
It's gonna feel really scuffed in a good way in some sections.
Yeah. I'm glad that this course works for it being difficult.
Actually going really fast and vice versa is ridiculous.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, yeah. Anyone that needs to take a bathroom break, definitely do that now. I that was the other thing I was gonna say. So I would really like it if everyone could. It would just be better for the video, especially if we're gonna do it, and also just it just makes sense because the name of the game is endurance. But if everyone can like avoid pausing, obviously, like if something if you gotta pause for a split second, that's one thing. But hopefully, it can be all just one run.
Yeah.
It would be great if this could be less about distance and more about like time, because I think that would work better with the way that this does stuff. But anyways, so it's just again, it's just going to be whoever has the highest number, and hopefully nobody pauses, and hopefully nobody crashes or gets too much frame drop. I think that people will probably be better than they expect with frames because there's not going to be ghosts. So I think because there's no ghosts, there should be less like memory leak or whatever it would be called.
Memory leak.
Oh wait, I just realized, dude. I haven't played endurance on this track in a while.
That's
But
the
if I
point.
remember,
That's
no,
the
no, but
point.
remember, there's one checkpoint like right on the finish line that like makes going into the first corner really weird because you like literally can't see it.
Yeah, it's a bad spot.
Oh, really?
Really hit that.
I think
Well-
so. Because it's like you know that like little chicane right before the
Yep,
big
with the
U-turn?
sand.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure there's a checkpoint like right
Oh,
on that.
no.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
I don't know, though. I don't
go.
fully remember, but like
Drop
from
over
doing
your blind
burrito.
corner, the checkpoint blinds you even more.
That's funny. All right, so is everyone good? We need.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so
yeah.
Sean's
I'll
ready. Creamy. Decod, you're good.
Yeah.
You're back. Just make sure everyone's back at their computer. Waffle
Yep.
and Trop.
All set. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, so I guess just like get ready to click go. So I guess it starts when you have to click endurance, and then you got to click your car. As soon as you click your car, it'll go. So
I didn't know.
do we just do it
down or something?
yeah, we'll do like a 3, 2, 1, I guess, right?
I gotta
Hold on,
get.
let me make sure.
I
I make sure you start your recording now too.
Okay, one sec.
Good idea.
Oh, shoot! I want to put my inputs on. Hold on, real quick. Let me just put this website up.
What the hell will be yes?
The gameplay viewer site,
Cool.
gamepad viewer. I mean.
Man, this pink sucks. Why can't they have like a nice light pink on this car?
Play Hyperia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has like a hot
Period
pink.
colors are amazing.
Hyperion default is
Hyperia colors suck. It's like crimson, hot pink, nasty yellow.
No, it's great.
It looks better than the Ventus with different colors, I think.
Hold on, what colors does Ventus have? What? Nah, Ventus got the better colors.
But it just doesn't look as good on the the Ventus just doesn't
Default
look as
Ventus
good.
is-
with
I
different
won't
Default
lie,
Ventus
the
looks good.
Raptor
I like
color on the
default
Ventus
Ventus.
is pretty cranked.
The what color?
The Raptor color on the Ventus is pretty good.
There's a. Oh yeah, there is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, why does the logo on Hyperia looks like Publix?
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you about that.
Like on the front of the hood, it looks like it's Publix.
All right. So we all good to go? I'm gonna do it like a 5. I'm gonna do a countdown from 5 and say, 1 go, and then we're all gonna click A. It should be right. Like as soon as it'll start when you click your car. Yeah. So everyone's on that screen.
Yep.
All right. And now my hands are cold. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Do this.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
it's got
This
some
is gonna
first
be interesting.
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, the checkpoint is right there. Oh
Well,
no.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing world record routes then. That's so scuffed.
It's so in the way.
There's no way I can time
I'll
that
figure
brake
it out.
properly if that's right there.
It looks like they're all in awkward
Yeah, these
corners.
checkpoint
Oh my
markers are
god.
insane.
This is gonna be
Good. We need things to slow us down, so that's amazing. That's so funny.
It makes it for unique gameplay mechanics. Smile.
Oh, there's a wall.
All right, already got the bronze. Let's go.
Anybody else already hit a wall?
Oh yeah.
I've hit several.
Alright, lap 1 done.
Lap 1 done.
Yep. Oh no,
Oh, no.
I went onto the curb.
Okay, I actually am doing world record routes because I don't know what else to do.
Oh, man. He wants that $90. He wants to get paid.
Money, damn.
Man, I'm just trying to get third so I can get myself a meal.
That's fair, actually.
I don't want to pay for no food right now.
I won't lie. The funniest part about playing like Smash and fighting games in college is making enough money to buy like Wendy's after the fact. That shit's OD.
Yeah, you kidding me? Dairy Queen's right next to my house. If I win, that's where I'm going.
Oh shit! You got to take a photo now.
Bree, are you doing tapping strats with the Ventus, or do you just do that on every
Oh, yeah.
track?
I always
You-
tap with that.
You just know how to do that like constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I only bring up the tapping straps when I'm like really trying to chase the world record.
Yeah, these checkpoint markers are insanely
Look,
just right in the way of every turn I want
Try
to make.
tapping more.
So just to double check, none of us is currently killing their soul by not having music.
I have no
I don't
music.
have music. I don't have music.
I throw music on.
Try hards.
I will listen to the same piano riff every single time, and I will hold that.
And I just got some jazz playing so I don't accidentally become too aggressive and hit a wall.
Oh, who are you playing?
I don't even know.
Damn.
Decod's gonna like lapse into like thinking he's driving the Soprano in like an hour. Like and he's gonna go for a Soprano bug sled.
That would instantly kill my run immediately.
I actually can't believe that both you and Waffle are doing this because you guys are both like such one tricks for other cars that aren't in C class.
Yeah, like
They're
I
both
said,
playing Hyperia though, because it's the best one. I think.
No, they're
it just feels consistent. Gecko feels
we know it's
disgusting.
Hyperia, though,
Yeah, I'm not
a
Hyperia.
Raptor guy.
Yeah.
It's ultimate.
Hyperia is
The
the only
Ventus-
car that feels right.
The Ventus is kind of Soprano-like. It has a lot of similar lines.
I was debating going on Boba. Honestly, I probably should have picked that. Would have been more fun. Instead, I got Baby Impulse.
Like I said, I really wanted to pick the RAI just because I knew nobody else would, because Bees had a hand injury or whatever. But it just made most of the tracks so consistent except for the first corner. It's so
I
awful.
tried it, did the first part, and said, I'm good. That shit felt like garbage. Which is unfortunate because the RAI is pretty interesting as a car.
Well, I was
Yeah,
testing them
I
on
love it.
Causeway, but like everything felt so awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially the Gecko. Ugh.
Gecko, I just could never get a handle on like the lines for like some of the sharper curves.
It just feels disgusting how you have to intentionally hit walls.
I'm not a bonker.
I can't bonk. It's too difficult for me. It don't make sense.
Yeah. I would rather like optimize the same corner like 40 billion times.
So far, I've only lost 1 second on the time thing. How much have y'all lost?
Probably.
Oh,
a
I've
lot.
been-
I don't know.
I'm not even paying attention to time. I'm just trying to try.
No, because I think it starts you at like 41, and I'm at 40 right now.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah, I
getting.
think I was
When I
at
hit
40.
the checkpoint, I'm at 41, and then immediately goes to 40.
So you're doing
Right at that
slightly
cusp.
better.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even at that point anymore.
So I can see my FPS is already starting to take a nosedive.
That was a
Hey.
really bad wonk.
Worst case scenario, just immediately pause, change it to 720, and hope for the best.
Yep.
So true.
Oh, I'm no longer.
Johnny,
with
you've
the
been awfully
40s.
quiet in the katana. I mean, what the heck? The katana trader, but he must know something because he wants that car to die, but he picked
Johnny's
it for
getting
this.
sub 1 every lap.
Yeah,
Just not saying it.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
The keyboard cheater.
Something devious is brewing.
Yeah, I'm calling him the keyboard cheater.
No.
Dorito's probably playing on a fight stick or something,
No,
right?
dude, I'm on a fucking. I'm a bad player. I'm just on DS4 right now.
Oh, good.
Dude,
Oh, I hate those
I
curves.
go to like arcades, hop on a stick, and I'm like, yup.
What happened to the guy that was playing on the fight stick like a few months
Yeah, I
ago?
know. We need to ask him for updates.
I can see
There was
that
also
being
somebody
pretty
that somebody knew that was a keyboard player, and Johnny was like, oh my god, finally, like somebody else. But I think they're not active or not at least not active in the Discord.
We need to get a box controller user. I want to see
A
peak
box.
design.
Oh
cool.
my
This game on
god,
blocks. Ugh.
Yeah.
that sounds horrible.
There's
Oh.
too many in between inputs, even for like a hitbox or a smash.
I just realized something. I could technically play this with my DJ controller. I'm gonna do that one day.
Let's go.
J controller.
Actually, now that I think about it, it'd be funny to play this game with the Raptor on like Donkey
Shit,
Kong.
in 2 years, people will be playing this with their mind. Did you see that one clip of somebody that's playing Elden Ring with like literal brain inputs? Crazy.
I've seen the eye tracker ones. I've never
She's
seen
like
that.
thinking of inputs, and it like
It
doing
sends the
them.
specific signals. Yeah.
Oh, that's a wall.
It's crazy.
Modern technology.
Nah, just get one of those.
39 now.
What's the hardest part of this track for Hyperia?
First corner.
Like,
First.
The first turn.
The first corner.
The first, but once you get used to it, it's not that bad.
You do like this weird double brake tap thing to get the exact right angle, and then you can go around it without touching either slowdown spot.
When you say double brake, are you talking like in a row? Because I'm doing it like brake,
Like tap,
wait,
tap.
brake.
I tap.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not that advanced.
I'm braking early and then I'm braking during the corner.
If you can
Yeah, I'm doing-
consistently hold the brake for the exact right amount of time, that works. But tapping is really good to like pace the brake and get the
I'll keep
exact
that in
right
mind.
brake every time.
Yeah, no, I'm tapping like right after the checkpoint, and then I tap again
Yeah.
halfway in the turn.
Oh, that's different. I'm curious. I haven't tried that. I wonder if that's any good.
I'm getting 142 on exit, so I'm not sure.
It's around time. I've gotten up to 150 before. I think I did in like my PV, but I'm not doing that here.
I keep forgetting everybody uses kilometers per hour. Fuck.
Dude, you got to. You have. If you've ever done chased a lakeside loop record, you have to switch
I'm
to
a
kilometers per
cold-blooded
hour.
American.
I got
have
all
to.
the fucking
Oh my,
lakeside
I'm
loop
kidding.
records, and I'm MPH all the way.
Okay. You didn't get all. You don't. Did you ever have all
I had
6 at
'em.
once?
No,
Oh,
I have all 6, but I did have all classes.
I took a lakeside loop record on MPH because I was a turbo nerd, so
Nah.
I don't know what to tell y'all.
You also did it in Raptor, right? Like, which
Yes.
like is like the least lakeside loopable car. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a weird one because it's like the third curve after the straightaway is like the hardest section of that like map
Mm.
because you have to hit it at like such a weird like precise drift and speed in order to not have to like go into a super drift there. So it's very, very weird to like maintain that like specific angle. I still can't do fucking downhill rapids though for the life of me. That shit is fucking mystical arts or some bullshit.
Downhill
Well,
Rapids
once
sucks,
we
but it's
get-
so
once
fun.
we get ghosts. You might not feel that way.
Yeah.
Hey Bonds, I got a question for you.
But
Where B Quad been at?
yeah, I know. I wanted to do that, but then I was like, I should really get back on the vent. I practiced Ventus a week ago, and then I did a bunch of shit trying to take all those 7D and 7D super records back from Trop, and then I lost all my Ventus driving stuff. So I wanted to do Soprano, but then I was like, I gotta drive some Ventus
I
at
got
least.
the 150 first corner exit world record. Here we go.
Oh shit. Wait, yeah, if you get, you won't be able to tell if you get a world record lap in the
Oh,
middle
no
of this.
idea.
That would suck.
I do remember
Look,
that
we
one
can time
time.
it frame by frame.
Yeah.
I remember this one time, Sean, you were streaming and you were doing like Grand Prix, and you got like a world record for like the RX or Bullet or something, and you were like in the Discord, you're like, can I like clip this out of my speed run and use it as like it was like from from Grand Prix. You're like, can I count this as a world record? Can I count this 30-minute mark segment of endurance as a world record?
Yeah, segmented speedrun.
Oh man, I'm losing too much time.
Same.
I got distracted by looking at the car in the background and I forgot to brake.
What points are people at right now? I just hit 35,000.
I just hit 35.
Oh,
35
no.
right now. I just hit 35.
35 now.
Yeah.
I can't count. I think 34,000. Yeah.
I feel like Hyperia, in theory, should be consistently faster than Ventus, but I feel like at the same time, if you mess up in the Hyperia, like you're potentially gonna lose a lot more when it matters,
If I
right?
slide
Like,
to the outside of the first corner, I'm losing like 2 seconds.
Oof.
Yeah.
I just had my
I
first
just have to be
FPS
extra not
spike.
to do that.
Ventus can like get a bad bonk for sure and lose speed, but it's just a car that you don't. It's never gonna lose speed much because of like messing up and hitting sand like in the beginning. The Ventus hardest part of the track is the after you come out of the tunnel, do the right hander, and then you got to go through that chicane.
Yeah,
That's the
bonk
hardest
bad.
part for Ventus. Yeah.
Because you bonk that bad, you're basically going like half
Yeah.
speed. It's so bad.
But even still, it's not that bad just because Ventus acceleration is still pretty good. Like it's not as bad as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge is so much easier. It's a dream.
Yeah, bridge you can do so many different ways and
Reverse-
just get away with it in this car.
Reverse bridge on A class makes me want to cry.
That shit was a
Yeah, reverse
fucking
bridge is
nightmare. Oh
fucked.
my god.
Reverse bridge really is.
And then you think you finally figured it out and you didn't.
Kirino Forest fucking broke me. That shit was insane. Oh my lord.
And I loved Forest because I had like I had
you still gotta
diver
get it
skills
back,
to follow.
Toledo.
Yes. I was not expecting it to be so
Well, at least you have
competitive when I was doing it the first time. I was like, holy shit.
Well, if you do want to go back and try to get those Radar records, you at least now have a ghost to follow because you wouldn't have had any techie ghosts because he did set all his times before the update, that one update that had the
Switch, yeah.
car specific leaderboards and ghosts. But B-Rai, all his ghost work, so
B-Rai is probably the funniest instance of like someone else walking in and going like, I think I'll do this.
yeah, I know. I actually love that. He's just like, this car, needs way more work done. I'm just gonna jump in it and make it work.
It's like, oh, okay, sure, dude.
So when will UHT get its time to shine?
Yeah, I'll drive UHT soon if I find time. I mean, I know Johnny took a few records from me, so I'll try to get him back.
Yeah, what kind of SMS?
Can't let a keyboard player have UHT records. I mean, it is like the Gecko, but it's also the inputs are so. He must be tabbing like crazy. I mean, I've seen in the video, but like it can't be optimal. Like to have to do that. I think more people should play UHT. Like honestly, if you like C class, there's UHT.
So how many times have y'all screwed up immediately because you were thinking you were playing your regular car?
See, that's what I call. That's what I said. You're gonna do that.
No, I haven't done it. I haven't done it yet on this. I'm talking about like in general, like whenever you're driving a different car.
It takes me like a few like runs to get back in the swing of a different car.
Yeah.
I think the worst one for me was when I was I just randomly decided to drive the Dragon GTX one day, and I was like, why isn't this thing supering?
Don't ever randomly decide to drive that car. Nobody should put themselves through that.
That sounds like
No, and then I felt
If you're gonna
stupid
drive
because
GTX,
halfway
you gotta
through
be committed to it because otherwise it'll drive you absolutely mad.
I felt stupid because halfway through I realized, oh, this is a brake car. It's not a super drift.
Yeah.
I was trying to forcefully make that thing do supers.
Jesus. Yeah, that's what it feels like for me going from Raptor to try to do Soprano super drifts and the Chrono super drifts because the timing feels so strange on the Chrono.
My thing with the Chrono is like
Chrono's
it
a lot
loses
harder,
so
honestly.
much speed.
Yeah.
Like you have to have perfect lines with Chrono, otherwise you're just gonna lose time for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has worse acceleration than the Soprano technically. Like not off the line, but like where it matters. Soprano actually has better acceleration.
Yeah, like if the Soprano gets knocked down like 20 miles or whatever, like it can still pick it back
then it's
up.
dead. But
If the Chrono suffers a bad bonk, then you're kind of like, oh, you're a bit shit.
And a lot of like times. I mean, I know not for like the stuff where you're really trying to optimize it. Like obviously, like on like Soprano, Mount Carino, it's not just about surviving a turn. Like my run was when I tried to get my PB, it was just like I just need a run where I survive every turn. But with Chrono, it's not like that. Like Chrono is not just about, oh, I just need to get through this turn with a bug slide. It's like, oh, the bug slide has to be good. I have to not scrub speed or like the drift, like not bug slide, like a regular drift needs to be good. I need to not lose too much speed.
Yeah,
And Soprano doesn't have that issue as much.
I think the easiest way to see that without being skilled in the chrono is playing City.
Yeah.
Like that end turn, you can see it so much.
Yeah, I can definitely see. Yeah, anything with an uphill like turn like that. Yeah. You just see like your speed just disappearing.
Oh, I forgot the drift.
That's not good.
I've been doing that this entire time. I just keep on forgetting.
All right, I'm at 54,000.
Jeez,
no.
I haven't even hit that yet.
I'm just banking on Sean making a mistake when it matters. So
50. Same here. I'm at like.
All right, 54 right now.
Like
I've
3,000
definitely
miles up
gotten
ahead. I'm
multiple
like,
sub
Jesus
ones.
Christ.
have you really? How do you?
I must have.
You just, okay.
I haven't been timing, but like I've gotten runs that are
You
good
just
enough to
know
do
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not there yet.
By the end of this, most of us are gonna be.
I'm just
consistent.
surprised because like that Hyperion. I guess I haven't really watched one of your
Hyperion, I
Hyperion
feel like
runs
can
recently, but I feel like it's got a lot of input complexity going on. So like, I feel like it would be hard to be consistent with, but
Yeah, but I've played a lot of it.
Nah, Hyperion feels pretty consistent, to be honest.
It's a very consistent car. It's just a very complicated car. It's weird.
yeah.
I guess the best way to put it is that the skill floor is surprisingly low, but the skill ceiling for like landing certain lines.
Yeah.
I think
you'd
it's
be,
like
yeah.
it's hard
It's
to
just
fi-
one of those.
It's hard to like puzzle out what the best lines and stuff are because there's so many
Yep.
different ways to do stuff. But then once you get that down, you can do the best lines pretty consistently.
Those are the best cars. The cars that have all those different options to be able to take different lines and having to like figure them out. That's like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most fun.
I'd say the other thing is also understanding where you kind of play with the accelerator on this car.
Yeah, like throttle control and figuring out how to like sort
Wait, so it has partial throttle inputs that it needs?
I'm not.
Oh,
confident
you
on
just mean
that.
like you just
I
mean
just
being
say
off
like you
and
have
on.
to tap in order to maintain
Yeah,
some
okay.
level
Yeah,
of speed. While
like I
also-
do
But
partial throttle inputs sometimes, but I don't think it's necessarily better. I think you can get the same
Yeah.
thing out of tapping.
I know that the XX82 is a lot about that, so I think that might be.
Well,
I haven't-
XX82 is like different in the sense that if you do partial, it actually increases your drift angle.
Right.
That car is
Dude, once we get Ghost for DLC cars, that car, I think I highly recommend everyone tries that, and we all like try to compete with it. Like, I should just force like a weekly challenge onto that car because that car has so much different stuff going on. I feel like everyone needs to give it a shot and try it because it's so weird in such a good way. Like, it's such an interesting car.
Welcome me.
Hey, yo, can somebody get like the ink blob power up from Mario Kart and just hit everyone with it real quick?
Oh my god. Dude.
so true. I wish, dude.
And make sure most of them are at bridge when you do it.
Now you're just a terrible person.
But instead of ink blob, it's just a checkpoint just in the middle of the
The checkpoint just goes for like half a second.
What honestly would be cool is if there was like if you modded in like to do like 3-lap time trials with like like 3 mushrooms.
Oh.
I'm only thinking I've only thought about that before because I know when there was a time where people were like, well, you know, we track all these single lap world records. Why don't we like have like a yeah, why don't we do 3 laps?
That's on speedrun.com.
Right. But then Sean made like the good point, which I think everyone kind of like you know accepted that as the reason why not. But I think it was just that for 3 laps, like other than the very very start when you had to get up to speed, it shouldn't really like all the laps should be the same. Like with Mario Kart 3 laps, you have to like think about how to use.
You have rolling starts. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Yeah. So all 3 laps would be the same. But like in Mario Kart, you had to think about like how to use the
shroom specifically.
Yeah.
Each one.
So there's more depth to that.
I will say though, Soprano would just pop a mushroom immediately and just go top speed.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like
If it had to start from 0, yeah, for sure. It'd be interesting if this game had like a NOS meter though. I feel like there's be so many funny ways to like change this game and add even more weird stuff to it.
Honestly,
You could definitely do that, but
Like imagine like the amount of drifting you do adds like more NOS and you have to actually think about like where you want to do big I don't know. It would just overcomplicate it, but it would be funny. Another thing that'd be weird is if this game had like Trackmania gears. It'd be like, oh shoot, I drifted a little too much. I dropped a gear. Like I don't know. I don't know if you guys have watched Trackmania, but like stuff like that matters. Like it's not, you don't drive manual. It's all automatic, but you're like of trying to avoid downshifts and stuff is like really important, even though it does it automatically.
I think the big thing though is that like when it comes to mechanics like these are rarely completely systemic, or not systemic is not the word, systematic in this game.
Mhm.
It's kind of each of particularly interesting ideas slotted into a different car is kind of like how it's been played out. You would have to design like a far different like base for cars for you to stem variants through like different parts and such, because each car in this game is like a character almost, is like really it.
Right.
That kind of does these things. I think a mod would still be cool for like adding stuff on top of it, though. Like imagine having like, you know, like a boost, for example, would change the scope of how a lot of cars handle like certain angles, like universally speaking. Like that's still good, but there's only so much complexity you can add on top of it until it gets like really obscure.
That's true. Yeah, there's gotta be a limit. Otherwise, it just becomes so random that nobody would ever figure out like things correctly. Like,
you know, and that's the thing with like games like these, honestly, is that like we are a group of people that are like optimizing the shit out of like very unique cars and like figuring out very weird interactions within the game systems. So we're in a position where for us, it's a lot easier to just kind of say like, oh, we'll just do this, this, and this, and we'll just learn it fine.
Yeah, but somebody else, it would just be too much.
Yeah. Like put the soprano in front of a person, then say, hey, also there's a boost. Yeah.
Give us triple boost, and here's what will happen every time with soprano. You ready for this? One on start, one on dirt, one on dirt again. Boom, you just won.
Dude, I won't lie. Serpentine would feel a lot less fucking garbage.
No, what do you mean? Serpentine's good as it is.
I hate doing Serpentine at the beginning as the Raptor because
love
balancing your angle for the dirt is garbage.
I can understand with a car like that,
It's gotta
though.
be terrible.
Jeez,
Plus, Serpentine has Raptor water drifting too. That's gotta
that
be.
Oh,
shit
no.
is a mystery to me. That is like.
Yeah.
That is that's Kingdom Hearts. That's the like one map. That's like Da Vinci's like Matrix or some shit, dude. Like, I don't understand it. You have to like drift, initiate it at a certain angle. Then when you start, you like hit the gas again to like keep the angle and your speed.
Yeah, that was one of the few maps that Techie did do. One of the few DLC maps that Techie actually did run through, and I was in a voice chat with him, and he was just like going crazy. Like
that shit is maddening. I literally would hop into practice, go on there, and then redo that like turn over and over again, and I still can't get it consistent to this day.
What do you actually end up having to do? Is it like just like 3 different bug or super drifts, or
no? So the way how I've done it in the past, and I can't replicate it super well, is that you initiate, you start turning the car without letting it like start to skid. You initiate a super drift. You kick in the drift to set the car at a certain angle, then you stop the drift. As the car is resetting to neutral, you then reinitiate the throttle at a specific
that
angle.
sounds painful. Fuck
such that the car is then drifting at a good angle for you to initiate the turn. But then you have to consider the fact that this car is still like capable of spinning out while it's in the fucking water. So then you're like micro adjusting it with the left stick as it's spinning out in the water, and you're just praying for it not god awful exit speed.
Oh no.
That sounds
so it's just as complex as every single 7D super drift then, right? Raptor skill list.
That shit is different. You say Raptor skill list, I say take a look
Krieger at this. Is the bait master for that, for starting the whole
That's why one of these days I'm gonna hop on the Soprano quietly, top one on that shit, and say anyway, and go about my fucking day.
Depending on what map it is, don't expect it to last long.
Dude.
There's a few times I think the Raptor can still supersede, but it's gonna require like a lot of work relative to like the Soprano, I think. Not to even dog on the Soprano, just like the optimizations are like such a are such a big fight compared to like the optimizations that the Soprano hasn't like quite like needed yet
Yeah.
to cap out.
Yeah, I mean, even as crazy as like Decod's Mount Carino grind, like there's still so much more, and it wouldn't add so much. It wouldn't save so much time, but like there's just so it's just
There's so many little things that you can still do on the Soprano.
like
times.
Soprano is the one car where where TAS would save the most amount of time. I think
Easily, yeah.
Soprano. Yeah.
Soprano TAS would be crazy. Raptor TAS would be. There's probably
Raptor
something
TAS would still
really
be very
funny.
crazy. Yeah.
Okay, time-wise, Raptor TAS wouldn't look crazy, but when you look at the car, it's gonna be something we're not gonna expect.
Yeah.
Chrono TAS should be important, but honestly, I think 70 Super again, like I think that would be important because I definitely do not micro drift every fucking corner, and that shit is just so much better on like almost everything. And then also the timing of when you get back on the throttle, when you straighten out with the super drifts, that's super important to not scrub speed. So like if you could have TAS do that every time, that would end up saving a lot.
Yeah. I feel like TAS for this game is going to be like the funniest shit ever, where you look at like an average drift, 5 hardcore fans freak the fuck out, and everyone's like, that just looks average. They're like, you don't understand.
TAS with bonking cars would be really interesting too.
That would be funny as shit.
Or like TAS making bonks work on the Soprano, I could see it. Or like maybe not a bonk, but like grinding the inside rail a little bit.
No, there's some very important bonks for Soprano, like rapids, downhill.
Some, but, like, not many.
Downhill rapids, the very first point requires a bonk.
Definitely, yeah.
And that exits you at 220, but if you don't do the bonk, it's 200. I don't want that TAS just yet. Let me leave the game before we get TAS. I don't want to cry by seeing how unoptimized they are.
I don't think TAS will ever happen, mainly because like imagine putting yourself through that. It's not just inputs of like gas, brake, and left and right. You have to right stick. Like how would you possibly do like frame by frame TAS? And especially like if you're doing frame by frame, like are you gonna do it at 200 frames per second? Like actually, I guess it wouldn't. I guess it actually wouldn't. Well, no, it would matter. Yeah, it would matter. Because if you did it at 30 frames per second, you wouldn't get the same kind of control. So yeah, you would probably do like 200 frames, frame by frame input, but then how would you even know? Like TAS would just be hard because it would be like you had to understand so much about how the car works and what would gain you speed, what would lose you speed overall. Like, it would be so difficult. Like, I mean, you could do a TAS that would beat times for sure, easily, but to do a TAS that would actually be the fastest time ever, like that would never happen. People would, if you gave like 100 people TAS tools, people would constantly be improving it. It would take forever for it to be like a truly optimized TAS.
Basically, all I'm hearing is they'd have a more difficult job than your average player, but it'd look the exact same.
I don't think it's worth it.
I could see the decision tree being insanely expensive.
Hey, yo, did anybody else get a bot in chat?
What?
No.
In Twitch.
Yeah, I got the stupid, we're here to buy you followers. Just enter, what site is that? Dogehype.com? What?
Well, I've gotten that one before.
It's a popular one out of nowhere. Like, I've never heard of this one, and then out of nowhere, it's just like, hello.
I usually see the follower bots.
Sean, are you at 100 yet?
I'm about to hit 95,000.
Jesus Christ, I'm at 90.
Man's 2,000 ahead of me.
I'm almost 94.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think I'm winning this, not by a long shot.
Oh, I'm not winning this.
Why did you end up picking the katana?
Because Gecko was painful.
Yep.
Just because the bonk inconsistencies?
Death trying to get through by bottom ups.
Gecko bonks more than katana on this track, I guess.
See bonk more, it's just really difficult.
Okay,
And getting the sands quickly on the opening corkscrew is just horrendous.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think that was the reason why I said, nah, I'm not gonna drive this car. Like, I definitely thought about the Gecko. Like I said, I thought about the RAI, but I was like, even though there's other hard parts of driving the Ventus, I just don't want to. I don't want the first corner to be the one corner that screws me over. I'd rather have to deal with like setting myself up for a weird bonk than like running into sand in the first hairpin. I'd rather.
I want you to know you said this as I fucked up the first corner.
Well, Hyperia, like Sean said, like that's a hard corner for Hyperia.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just hit the wall and got to
it's
80.
a hard corner for most cars. I mean,
Yeah, that bridge
That-
is just fucking is demonic. I won't lie.
that corner in reverse, like again, for a lot of cars, it requires tech that it almost never uses on other tracks. Like I remember Jester doing that corner is really difficult with like how you time being on brakes and being off brakes. Like that is just easily one of the most unique corners in the game where it requires different approaches.
How much
That was
time are
the
you
corner
getting
where
on
I
checkpoint?
discovered that you can double tap brake in Hyperia to get like a specific brake angle. I do that all the time now, but that's the corner that required me to discover that to actually find a way around it.
Honestly, that might have been the corner where I figured out the Raptor counter steer stuff. It was definitely something on one of the Carino hairpins, but yeah, and then like I said, the RAI has that one specific kind of drift I found out there. Like it's definitely a corner that makes you think about your lines and your inputs like more than almost any other corner. And even on forwards, it's obviously really difficult, especially because you want to get like good exit speed for the next lap. But back before they improved the rolling start kind of thing.
Instead of 100k now, where's everyone else?
Oh, that was a shit bonk. Lost like 20 kilometers an hour.
When time resets for y'all at checkpoint, what are you at?
For which checkpoint though? Because it depends.
I'm just getting reset to 29 at this point. Like I am out in a
On the
couple
first
minutes.
one?
Yeah.
On the first one, I just got 30 seconds.
I had 30 for this splittest of a second.
I'm getting 29.
I'm getting 30.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be the first one out. It sounds like.
Do not underestimate the human ability to fuck up.
Yeah, I mean because the thing is, your mistakes matter a lot less in the beginning based on what people were starting to figure out about endurance. This doesn't really work out as well as I would have hoped, honestly, when I first, proposed the idea of actually doing this. Is like, I don't know, or I definitely thought that your mistakes in the beginning would matter and compound more, but unfortunately, it seems like it's going to be like the last few laps that matter like way more than anything else. So
yeah, because if you think about it this way, right, like in the beginning you have a huge time buffer, towards the end you do not. So especially on cars with weaker acceleration, if you fuck up near a checkpoint area, then you are like possibly screwed, like right there, on top of like the natural mental stack of like
but it's also just something But it's also just something weird with how the time remaining is calculated, because like I remember when I tested it on Concrete Causeway, like I was getting like 50 seconds from the first checkpoint, and then one lap I was like, well, this would depend on where I was actually and how far I'd already been, but like I would like stop for like 30 seconds, like at a complete stop before crossing the checkpoint, and instead of giving, it wouldn't give me 50, obviously. It wouldn't reset me back to 50 time remaining, but it also wouldn't put me down at 20, like 30 seconds slower. It would put me at like 40 something. So again, it's really weird. I wish it was just a flat rate, like every checkpoint just gave you a certain amount of time. Because if it were just simple math like that, then this would work a whole lot better. And like your first laps, like messing up on the first lap would matter just as much as messing up on the 50th
latter
lap.
sections,
Yeah. And honestly, that's kind of how I thought it worked when I proposed it. So like, if this does, I don't know. I was a little disappointed like when we started figuring out some more things about it.
I think this is fine. I'm having fun.
It's yeah, for sure.
My attention rate.
Switching to this track was good because I think it's a better time commitment and length, and it's not just gonna be like people being like, all right, I don't want to do this for another hour, I'm quitting. Like, I think everyone can commit to like just driving until they're out on this kind of track.
My attention span is already failing me. Every couple of corners, I keep on just like
We've been
blanking out.
doing this for 36 minutes?
Yeah.
Jesus.
How long did it take you to get your record, Sean, with the bullet? Do you remember?
Takes
I
about
don't
10
remember.
minutes.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah, I looked for.
Truly gamers.
I looked to see if you had a VOD, and I wasn't even thinking about how like, why the hell would you have an hour and a half long VOD or whatever it would be? But it couldn't have been that long because I think your record was like 180,000 or something.
Well, theoretically, if like only the last few laps matter, if I took longer on like the first like 40 laps, then
True.
I could have a longer time but still get the same score.
True.
Which
Also,
I think
Bullet.
might be the case.
Also, Bullet definitely is not like the fastest thing around this track. I mean, obviously, you were picking it because of consistency, but you know, you could be less consistent and still fast. That was so long ago. Like people are just so much better at the game that, yeah. Don't tell B-Rye that.
I'm half tempted to just crash into a wall.
Don't do it.
But what if you just survived instead?
You get your
What if
free McDonald's if you get third place.
what if
No,
Ian
but I gotta use the
Human Spirit
restroom.
walked into the room? Just tell your body no. Smile.
No, you stupid piece of trash. Yeah, it didn't work. I still gotta use the restroom.
Damn.
That's a wall.
Internet? Oh, yeah. Saved it.
Alright, here's the plan.
I feel like I'm gonna do this grind and then feel like I could just hop on Mount Carino and just set a PB with this car immediately just after how warmed up I'll be with it.
Just instant roll that off.
What car are you on right now?
Ventus.
Oh, that thing. That cursed car.
It all started with that one.
Oh, I thought you were on Ventus. I know Waffle is on it, and I know Krieger was gonna be on it. So I guess maybe that's why I thought you were on. You're on Hyperia then.
I'm on Hyperia. I hate the Ventus so much. It feels stupid. I hate it.
What?
I would much rather drive the Dragon than the Ventus.
That's a statement. Holy shit.
Yeah, because Ventus feels like it's trying its hardest to be a super drift car. Like it's praying one day it'll
But
be
it
a super
kinda
drift
is.
car.
I mean, it is the C class. Like, I mean, it's a braking super drift, so it's not the same. But it's really the only car that can do it, which is cool.
Yeah, but at least Dragon isn't trying to be what it's not.
And actually, it's even more of a super drift than anything in B class, because even the Bison,
Bison is a weird.
it isn't really a super drift. It's really like a
Bison's like
crazy
super stiff,
jester
right?
Drift, honestly, it's a jester drift that like sucks you towards the apex more.
I don't
'cause,
think
like,
I've
Jester-
tried Bison
Jester's
more
problem
than
is
just
like
the campaign.
it just Jester is so slippery that it definitely can't like hook into a turn. But Bison's kind of like that. But I feel like Ventus is really the only car outside of A class that can claim it as like a super drift.
Guess you can do it in water.
Yeah. A lot of cars can do it in water. I know Sean said that he did a fucking bullet bug slide or super drift in the snow.
Nah, the Ventus isn't
Why-
a
why the
super
hell
drift.
is the
It's a
Bullet
barely
doing
above
super
average
drift?
drift.
But if you don't like how the Bullet, or if you don't like how the Ventus does a super drift, you probably won't like X82 because it's like a Ventus super drift on crack.
Fun.
It's so weird. You have to like time the brake release. It's really interesting and cool, honestly, but it's so different.
Man, I drive Soprano. What makes you think my brain has the capacity to understand
Yeah, why do you
anything
think
other than
Why
tap
do you
brake
think I said that
or
the
tap
Soprano
gas?
was one of the most simple cars? Yeah, exactly. You're just using your right index. You don't even tap the brakes.
Literally, Soprano is based on two things. One, please don't kill me. Don't hit that wall. And two, muscle memory.
Yeah, and your left stick input doesn't matter much either because you don't do that much counter.
What?
You know.
No,
It
left stick
like
matters.
The same amount that it would in like the Gecko. Like it matters. Obviously, every car has to use the left stick to adjust, but it's not like you have like a certain drift that you can only do because of a certain left stick input.
I find a
like
lot
other
of drifts
cars.
easier by using left stick.
Yeah, no, I know that it smooths out your drift. I'm just saying you don't. It's not. You don't have to think about your left stick. It should just be muscle memory, like natural like adjustments.
Every once in a while, I'll just randomly like tap the left stick just to like have movement going on.
Cool. I'm getting low on time in a certain section. I just realized.
Ooh, I'm at
everyone's
26.
gonna end in the same section.
Yeah,
It's the right before the last checkpoint in the lap, I think, right?
Yeah,
Yes, I just got to 4 seconds there.
that's the one you lose on.
Yeah, I got to 4 as well.
I'm getting to 26 when it refreshes.
I think that's around where I'm at. Let's see. Yeah, 26.
$43 minutes.
Damn, another dad ball.
This top 6 leaderboard is gonna look so stacked after this. It's gonna be like,
look
what
really
the hell?
dumb. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be like, what the fuck happened with this one?
Yeah, some random person's gonna be like, oh, I like playing endurance. Let me go to this track. Like, what
It's
the
like,
hell?
oh, fuck.
Now, I've noticed that a lot of people who
Motivated by
post
a $150 tournament or like event
You know
competition.
I've noticed that a lot of people that posted in the community tab for this game literally only play endurance.
Yeah, I saw
funny.
that.
I was scrolling through it the other day to check.
There's some people that only play 1v1s, or maybe not only, but they only talk about 1v1s.
Oh my god, the music ended.
I definitely hope that in any potential sequel or whatever that they improve upon online, because that's definitely what a lot of people want, because they think of like they play this game because they want it to be initial D and they want the battles, right? And they want the collision mode.
There's so
they
many
want
problems
collision
with it
on
though,
and
as
stuff.
the game is right now, that people just for some reason don't understand. Like,
So
imagine
what?
doing this map and getting to the bridge point, and guess what? Now you gotta fight with somebody.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I think the
no,
big
I
thing
know,
is just
yeah.
expanding the
I mean,
dev team. Like,
the maps from the start, like he knew there wouldn't be collisions, so like the maps could be different.
And then if you widen the tracks, so many cars are just gonna become easy. It's gonna be like brain dead.
Flaxen talked about diverging paths before, like that wouldn't be like one where is faster than the other. It might just be like one car you might prefer to take it this way, like especially with cars that can handle the same corner in multiple different ways. It'd be really interesting to like think about which way you want to go and stuff.
Just get like Joker laps or something.
That would be cool. That would be really cool. Then like you could do 3 lap would matter, stuff like that. Yeah. I was talking to Kree about this earlier. I also really want, or I would really love to see the point-to-point tracks have like a roundabout or parking lot at the tops and bottoms, so that you could like do like a Mount Carino ×2 run where you go from top to bottom, you turn around at the bottom and go back up. Like that would be so cool.
Jesus. That would be.
How much do you hate us?
What? You tell me you don't want like a temp like. Mount
Don't get me
Carino's
wrong, it'd
so
be
awesome.
fun, but do you know how much that would hurt?
That was honestly my only complaint about the DLC maps is that even the longest
too
one
short.
is like 2/3 of the length of.
The longest
Carino.
one is
I really
like a
wanted
minute
to
30
do-
max.
I really wanted a new Mount Carino, honestly.
Yeah, I'm happy with how the maps turned out
I
though.
love Megalink, but like I just wanted to. I would love to have a longer one, and it looks like you could make one with the parts they have, but whatever.
Also, why is there just like random white balls at Megalink R?
Oh yeah.
They're the spawn
'Cause-
points for a race that are visible for reasons.
Yeah.
I was so confused because every time I see it, I'm like, what are these target balls doing here?
Those funny little white balls.
They do look like target balls, yeah. Just white instead of red. Yeah, that's what happens when you literally have one person working on a game.
Oh,
coding of the game. I mean, he doesn't do the other people do like the art and the music, but
Yeah, if
there
you
really
had
is
more
just one
people,
person.
like developing, this would be a lot of things would work better. But that's just the nature of the game.
Dude, if he does a sequel or something, like hopefully he'll like reach out to us to like test it or something. I mean, I feel like we could provide so much value for testing.
Absolutely down for that.
I'm just waiting for
Like, not even
open
just
world
like
cruise
balance
control.
testing or anything,
Oh, I mean, yeah. I
but
think
just
that's the
like
other thing.
just breaking the game. Like we've all found so many things that have like quote unquote broke the game. Like it would be really helpful.
And all
I'm
the
sure.
oobs.
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
Man, there's still an oob in the game.
That would be what Sean would volunteer for. He'd be like, yeah, I'd love to test the game. I'll immediately just find all your out of bounds sections.
I still have yet to get that secret precipice out of bounds to work. I showed you.
Precipice? Oh yeah. Yeah. I think
you were just
Girl-
skin out of bounds.
Girl Corpse showed me a clip of that too. Yeah, the one that eluded us for so long. So I guess Flaxen didn't know about it through like because we didn't really know about it when they did the patch. 'Cause that's the only one that still works, right? So
No, Twin Glen has one too.
Oh,
the twin. Yeah, but that's not.
That's a useless one, but it still works.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The reason it's
Well,
useless
actually,
is
it's probably not
because
useless,
of
it probably actually still can do it, but at least it's not one that you would incorporate in a legit like speed run.
yeah. The reason it's useless is because one, it treats it like you're on a dirt track whenever you're out of bounds, and two, whenever you go towards like the ending, the map, it literally like puts you 20 feet into the air.
Well, yeah, but you can. I mean, it might do that, but there are ways to make it work. Like those cheated or not, you know what I mean. Those times that are number one on the leaderboard, like they are faster. Technically, they're number. That's why they're number one. So there is a way to make it, work.
that's a different out of bounds though than what Deepcode's talking about.
Oh, he was talking about a different one.
Sean,
Wait, there's
but,
another out of bounds on Twin Glen
It's right at the end of the map.
Twin Glen?
at the very end.
Yeah, I can
I know there's one that if you do Twin Glen reverse and you back up behind the starting line, there's that one.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking
That's
about.
the one. Yeah,
is
but you.
that's still there?
Because you can
Yeah,
do
you
it
sure it's still
on.
there?
Yeah, I did it recently. Every once in a while when I'm bored, I'll just do it.
But that doesn't
Well,
make you on dirt.
You there might be a part of it where if you go the wrong way, I mean, you don't really know where you're going. You're driving on air, so there are ways to do it, obviously, and get world record.
I don't know. Once this is done, I'll show it, and then
Unless
y'all
it
can tell me if
changed.
that's the same one you're thinking about.
Actually, I guess if Flaxen didn't fix it but somehow changed it and then it's slow, maybe that's what happened. I don't know.
But yeah,
I
the trick
honestly
with the
just
ones
wish
that
he
force you
never.
The trick with the ones that force you to be on dirt is use RX. There's a Sunset Sea
Yeah.
Circuit old one that the only car it's faster with is RX because it forces you to be on dirt.
Come on, I need to hit that hour mark.
I really wish that he never patched this out. I mean, I get it. It's not the end of the world, but I would prefer if we still had those like speed boosts. Maybe not the fucking precipice reverse one. That one was awful. Precipice forwards was fine, but precipice reverse, having to like line up on the rolling start and then immediately speed boost into like a wall, that was just so hard to make work. But the precipice forwards one was so fun.
The problem with all the glitches and all that getting patched out is then you have like remnants of how it was. Like I think it's Twin Glen
Yeah.
R's leaderboard where Goliath is like
Right.
a whole minute ahead of everyone else.
No, it's not Goliath. It's just this random dude like Aqua Bottle or something. I forget what his is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I wish we could delete. And we even people asked Flaxen, like, can you please just delete this? Like, we know it's cheated, and he's like, no, I can't delete it from the leaderboard.
I'm concerned for Hyperia's potential here because I'm really close to.
Zero.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm at 1
What is
second
your-
whenever
what
I
is
hit
your
it.
distance?
I didn't want to say anything.
I'm at 157,000.
2,000 ahead
You
still.
have 7,000 more miles than me currently, so there's that. But I am nearly capping out there. I think the
I
way
wonder
the
if it's
timer
maybe
works.
like I wonder if like
Something might
bullets is faster on that one section or something.
Something might have been updated too. Like, or yeah, that could be too. But there's also a chance that something got changed.
I wonder, because now I'm curious, and I wonder if it's just a matter of like there's a timer that decays based on like the amount that is restored decays based on how much time has passed while you're in the track.
Like
Maybe.
there's something like that, but there's some other stuff, funky stuff going on too. It's
Probably
really
some
weird.
calculations in the back end. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man, I'm
just
getting
waiting
so
for precision
close.
endurance.
I might be out in a second.
I may be out too.
Okay,
I
so I
actually
got
would
another
be.
lap at least. I'm gonna hit 160,000 at least.
Yes.
Now the timer doesn't stop until zero. Once you hit 0,
Yeah.
an
it's
extra
gotta go,
second
like,
after that.
-1, basically. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
learned
at
that
the
one
end of
from
zero, essentially.
Frozen Precipice.
So I should be able to get a couple more laps at least. Maybe I'll beat my old time.
Yeah, I think once you hit like the barely 1 minute mark, you got like 2 or 3 laps left. And I just want to hit that hour mark. I just want to feel achieved.
I mean, we are literally hitting records for endurance, and this is a feat in and of itself to play for about an hour consistently, and then like grind this out without like dying.
Decod, you got to do this in Soprano for like 3 hours.
Hell no. I tried it last time with I don't remember what track it was, and I hated it.
I'm
Oh,
getting
I
down
just
to
saw-
1 or 2 more laps.
So I just had a. That's interesting. So I just had a better, or my better lap mattered. Like, so that's at least good to know. Like, cause I
If we
hit
do
it
this again,
more-
let's do
I
B
hit the
class.
checkpoint with more time.
Because I feel like B class would end with like 30-minute mark. A class ends within like 20.
Nah, the
Right
hour
now I'm
mark is
regretting
great.
not try-harding the last like maybe 10 laps. 'Cause I feel like it would have mattered. I didn't realize how
Tryharding.
close
I've been
we were
brain
getting.
deading this.
Yeah, I've been kind of just cruising, but I feel like I should have. Like I just did one lap where I really tried a lot harder, and I feel like it mattered. It was like it might have given me more time.
Yeah, I'm really sure this is my last lap. I don't think I can make it in time.
I'm now in rapid laps mode.
Come on, go,
Yeah,
go,
I
go!
I might be
3,
out.
2, 1, 0. Made it.
Yes, 1 more lap.
I got it. Yeah, Sam. I just got it too, but I think you're a lap ahead of me, Sean. Like I think you have
John's
more.
definitely like at least a couple laps ahead of
Oh,
me.
Sean
So I should
won
be
this
beating
easily.
my PB, I think.
Oh my
Sean's absolutely won
god.
this.
Ah,
It's just,
no.
it's just a battle for second right now.
Maybe we can get like 5 laps in a row hitting it at 0 though. Like I don't know.
I'd be
Nah, no way.
I think I was like 0.1 away.
Wait, are we doing this on distance or time?
Distance. I would prefer to do it based on time, but it doesn't work. It just couldn't work that way.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Alright, so I might have a shot then.
Again, this would have worked a lot better if it was just a pure, like, scaling down time bonus kind of thing. I don't know.
Please.
Oh, that might have actually fucked me out of the rest of these laps.
5,
That's
4,
it, I'm out.
3, 2,
Oh shit.
1,
Come on, Katana,
0.
come on.
Yes, I got another lap.
3,
No, I'm out. Fuck.
I'm
Good.
out.
I wonder if you guys are in
Yeah.
the same lap. I don't know if you guys might be on
Alright.
different laps though.
168963.
Oh my
Oh, you
god.
did.
166323.
166413.
Look at this though. It's rough.
284. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Are we just putting it in the chat?
Wait, so
Oh
you
my
wait,
God.
Cree, you got knocked out at a different point.
I got knocked out right before the bad one, or the tough
Really?
point.
This game.
Oh wait, no,
please
yeah, it
stop
is. Okay.
freezing.
My brightness is up though.
Wait, how did
I
we
was
get
so
different
close to getting
time?
another lap, but I had a bad bonk.
Wait. So is the time not measured by just the distance between the checkpoints, but actually where the car is? Like if I go super wide on every turn, am I actually getting more meters? Like
I
wonder-
think
I think so.
it's better to go wide on every corner up
What
until like,
the
the
fuck?
very end. I think that I was thinking that while I was
Yeah.
playing. I didn't
Yeah,
do
wide
it.
at the beginning. and then
Damn it!
Lines at the end.
I was right there.
I think
Wait, you
you
just got
literally
knocked out?
go
What's your
wide
time?
as
What's your-
possible until the very-
169753.
Wait, you got
Yeah, let's go
169?
D-quad.
Wait, what? Did you really?
Yeah. It's still on my Discord thing if you want to
Holy
check.
shit.
The leaderboard looks scuffed as hell.
Wonder if it's because Decod had worse lines.
Wait, did you win?
Where's Sean?
Ones,
Did he
top,
win?
top 3 on leaderboard
Nine?
is D-quad, Sean, and Johnny.
Oh yeah, we can just check the leaderboard. Duh.
Oh,
I was still on the.
169753.
Yeah, but is that's Sean's old time, right? Or is it his new?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
no,
not
it's the
Sean's newest
Hyperia.
bullet,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought yours was like 180 for some reason for bullet. Holy shit. Wait, and is that Johnny's old or new time?
I got 168 just now.
One
So-
six.
Screenshot.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have an old screenshot of like what the leaderboard used to look like. Yeah.
There it is.
Damn, he did it in Katana.
Let's go.
Wow,
Oh,
Ventus choked. Oh no.
I did so bad on the last lap. Oh my god.
I got a slightly bad.
No, please
I
no.
was literally like a bumper away from the checkpoint, man. I almost had it.
My thing bugged. I don't think it's gonna save it.
It saved it. It saved it.
All right.
We see it. We see it
Yeah,
on the
I see it.
leaderboard.
I have to
Holy
restart
shit.
my game.
I think
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had. Wait, how much is one lap? Is it like a
It's like
one
3,000.
3,000? Okay.
Yeah.
So who's
think Rob-
is anybody still driving or not?
No. You won.
Hell yeah.
Unless Trop.
Hold on, let's check.
Okay.
Yeah, here-
Doozy.
leaderboard now.
Oh,
he's on
I see
leaderboard.
Trop's post now.
Jesus Christ. That's
What
fucking
the
hard.
fuck?
You guys are really fucking good at this video game. Holy shit. I mean that sincerely. Jesus. Damn.
Oh man, I feel I can beat that as well. Like in Katana, I reckon I can still get first place with Katana.
Yeah, I mean, this was the interesting thing is like nobody had done this before. So if you did it again, and you also didn't have people talking and chat, you know, like if you were super dedicated to it, I'm sure somebody could hit 170.
That's boring, though. Why would you wanna be by yourself?
170. No, I know. That's why we didn't do it that way. Yeah.
I like this format. I think this is
I like it.
neat.
Doing it by yourself would be way too
fun.
boring. I like just the
Oh, fuck,
randomness
I
of
would-
the
I
code.
would go
I-
insane.
Yeah, I would not do this. I would not do
Hell
a single.
no, hell no. Yeah, I like it too because I don't think I would have really popped in VC and chatted with you guys otherwise. Like I think I
Same.
would have just like kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we never done this. Like, I've never heard anyone's voice except for Sean because of streaming, or Decod because of streaming, or whatever.
Yeah. So I do think this is cool.
Endurance, come
And
on.
I appreciate you putting things together and.
The one trick has won.
Shit.
All right, so y'all gonna see me at Dairy Queen real soon.
Yeah. So next event is an all Grand Prix race. Get ready.
Let's go.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna show up for that one.
It's like 4 hours.
My hot take